How's it going, guys? My name is Mr. Tier, and today we're going to be ranking all the Premier League clubs from best to worst. So if you don't know what a tier list is, first off, then make sure to go figure that out and then come back. So today we're going to be ranking the Premier League clubs, and so yeah, let's just get started. We're going to be doing from S to D. So here we go. So we're going to be starting off with Brighton. So yeah, Brighton is 9, 9, and 20, and this not a really great start. I don't know if I should put them in C or D because there are teams that have like worse rankings than them, but they also have like I don't know, they're kind of like they don't really do well in games as I feel like they should. So just because of that, I'm going to put them in D, which is not a great start. Next up we have Cardiff City. And yeah, also not a really great start. Once again, I don't know to put them in C or D because they're 10, 4, and 24, which they do have a lot of wins, but not a lot, but they have a lot of losses. And if they can maybe turn some of those losses into draws, then I might think about putting them a little bit higher, but I'm also going to have to put them in D just because of that. Next up, we have Fulham, which is, once again, they're 7, 5, and 26, which is pretty, not great. Which is, yeah. If they could, once again, they have a couple draws, but if they could turn those draws into wins, then they'd be put in C or B. But I'm also going to have to put them in D, unfortunately. So, yeah. Here's where things start to get good, finally. So we had 3 bad teams, kind of getting them out of the way. And now we have Chelsea, which is a very good team. They are 21, 9, and 8. So they do have plenty of wins. But they also have a lot of draws, which is good. And they have more draws than losses. And it would be good if they could turn some of those draws into wins. But yeah, I'm going to have to put them in S, but I feel like they're going to be one of the lower teams on the S. So next up we have Manchester United. Not Manchester City, Manchester United. So this is my favorite team, but I'm going to be non-biased. They are 19, 9, and 10. And they're a very good team, but they have a lot of losses. They have a lot of losses. And if they can maybe start turning some of those into draws and then maybe some of those draws into wins, I feel like they do a lot better. And also they have a good offense, but their defense is kind of slacking a little bit. So I'm going to have to put them in A, which is still pretty good. Next up we have Arsenal. Arsenal is 21, 7, and 10. Now, I don't really have a lot to say because I don't really watch their games. But I do know they're a good team. But I also do know that they mess up sometimes on easy stuff. So because of that, I'm going to also have to put them in A. And next up, we have, I believe, Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth is 13, 6, and 19. And I don't know if I should put them in B or C. Because if they were put in B, they'd be one of the lower in B. And if they put in C, they'd be one of the higher ones in B. But they do have a lot of losses, and a lot of those losses, I'm pretty sure, are from silly mistakes. And silly mistakes are what can cost you, a lot of things. But they also do have a lot of wins and just not many losses. I mean, not many draws. And I feel like they could start turning some of those losses into draws. They'd do a little bit better. So because of that, I'm going to have to put them in C. And next up, we have Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace is 14, 7, and 17, right behind Watford. So Crystal Palace, I don't really have much to say about them, but I do know that they are a pretty decent, average team in the league. If we had to pick higher or lower, I'd put them in lower, but still average lower. So I'm going to put them in B. First one in B. And after Crystal Palace, we have Burnley. Now, Burnley is 11, 7, and 20. I don't know, though, if they deserve those 20 losses. Because they work hard. They just don't have... They have a lot of newer guys. But I also don't want to put them in D, because I feel like if they had more experienced players, they'd be a lot better. So I'm going to put them in C. Next up, we have Everton. Now, Everton is they're a very good team. They're 15, 9, and 14. And, well, they're more of like an average team, but they do know how to come back in games. And if it wasn't for that, I would have to put them in B. But just because of that, I'm going to put them in the A. Still a lower A, though. After Everton, we have Liverpool, which is like a really good team. They are a very good team. They are 37 and 1. And 1 loss. That's very hard to do. Very hard to do. And that's very good. And they have a couple ties, a couple draws. But yeah, 1 loss. That just is over the fence. So definitely put them in the S. Next up, we have another very good team, Manchester City. They are 32, 2, and 4. And I believe that they are the best team in the entire Premier League. So I'm going to put them in S. And after Manchester City, we have a team that's not so great. We have Huddersfield. They are 3, 7, and 28. And by far, according to me, I think that they are the worst team in the entire Premier League. So definitely they're going to be going in D. After them, we have the Wolves, who are 16, 9, and 13. And I don't know, I think I'm going to put them in A just because of their speed and their drive to do things. So yeah, Wolves, they're going in A. Next up, we have Newcastle. And yeah, Newcastle, they are 12, 9, and 17, I believe. And I don't know if I'm going to put them in B or C. Because they do have 17 losses, which is a thing that you'd see in the lower spectrum of things. But they also have 12 wins and 9 draws. And 9 draws, it's better than having losses. But the 17 losses, I feel like some of them could be turned into draws just because of laziness. They being a little lazy. So just because of that, I'm going to have to put Newcastle in C. After Newcastle, we have Tottenham. Tottenham is a very good team, but I don't know if I'm going to put them in S or A because they are 23, 2, and 13. Now, 23 wins is a lot of wins, but 13 losses is a lot of losses. But the games that they win, they do it so effortlessly, sorry. They do it so effortlessly that it's just they're just very good. They are just a very good team. So because of like their drive and stuff, I'm gonna have to put them in S. After Tottenham, we have Southampton. Now Southampton, they are 9, 12, and 17. And I am gonna put them in C. I'm gonna put them in C because they do have a lot of draws, but they also have a lot of wins. And I feel like, yeah, I'll put them in C. I gotta kind of finish up pretty quickly. I feel like these next 3 teams feel like they're all pretty average teams. Leicester, Watford, and West Ham. And yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to put them all in B. So yeah, sorry about this abrupt ending. My screen recording is stupid. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!